Good evening, folks, and welcome to our Prime Time Weekday Game of the Week, where we find ourselves at the Motor City Sportsplex as the battle between the two top teams in the league, the Detroit Royals, in town to take on the homestanding Detroit Trappers. We are at center ice, ready to go with puck drop here from Detroit. We are off and running Toronto with the opening draw win. Now Kawaguchi into the zone. Kawaguchi shot glove by Utkin, and he'll hold it right there on the first shot of the game. Face off now to the left of Utkin. Kicked back by Kawaguchi. Alexanderson to Jeremiah. Back to Johansson. Oh, and a shot there was gloved again by Utkin. So Toronto with good pressure here early in the first 30 seconds. With a couple good face-off wins. See if Detroit can gain control off the face-off. Unable to. Go cross-ice to Alexanderson. Back to Olsen. He tries to flip it back to Kawaguchi, and it's intercepted, and Detroit will finally gain possession of the puck. Lakanen gets it up to Kovalenko. Tied for the league lead in goals with his own teammate Dayton Helm after the first month of the season, and he's going to be called for a trip there. So Daniil Scotts will head to the bench to get the extra attacker on, and it's touched up there by Ovoskadachenko. So Kovalenko will take a seat. Guilty of the trip there. Pretty easy call there. Getting in between the legs of Jeremiah and causing the trip there. So we will have a face-off to the left of Utkin. Toronto will go on the power play. It'll be the second unit out here. Costa will go up against Ristolainen. Costa wins it back to Thibault. Ostergaard now. Olsen walks the line. Tried to go cross-ice, and Ovoskadachenko picks that one off. It's P.O. Carolina, and we'll flip it all the way out and get that first clear for the Trappers. Brought into the zone. Continued by Costa. He'll go cross-ice to Olsen to Marshall. Denied by Utkin. Toivonen then will go off the glass and out. Picked up behind the cage by Olsen. And they're at the blue line, and now Ovoskadachenko will have it. Ovoskadachenko forced back, and it's going to go into the Detroit zone. First one back there is Ostergaard. Ostergaard looking to the front of the net. He gets it to Olsen. Thibault. Down Ostergaard to Costa. Glove by Utkin. And he'll hold it right there. 17:23 left here in the first. Toronto on the power play, and they've had all the momentum here early in the game. Face off won by by Toronto, but a big hit. Arvidsson to Jeremiah, and it's blocked in front. Arvidsson skates onto it. Puck is loose at the blue line, and it'll come out of the zone. 30 seconds left here on the Toronto power play. Svensson across the blue line. Looks to Kawaguchi. Back to Jeremiah. Shot doesn't get on net. Puck is loose, and now Detroit will pick it up and get it out. Should just about do it for the power play. Toronto might be able to get it into the zone before the power play ends. They will not. So the power play ends right there. Arvidsson into the zone, tries to get it down low to Jeremiah, and it's picked off by Kaba. Kovalenko now goes on the attack. He turns it over to Kawaguchi, who gets it up to Arvidsson, who's hammered there by Lawrence Kaba. Ilya Markov. Been on a hot streak lately to end the month of August. See if he can do that here in the month of September. Toivonen tried to feed it down low, and Svensson picks it off. Goodman Svensson loses the puck there inside the zone. Markov to Thornburg, kicked out. And Johansson will pick up the puck. He'll get it up to Svensson, to Kawaguchi now. Kawaguchi relays it up to Cousins, and it's intercepted there to P.O. Carolina now on the attack. Look to get around. He'll go back to the point. And the slap shot didn't get through, and now Scotts makes the save on the rebound of Thornburg. Faceoff would be one there. Now Jacobson to Lakanen. Lakanen shot doesn't get through. It'll come weakly on net to Scotts, and he'll hold right there. 14:26 left here in the first. Toronto and Detroit, the two leading teams in the Canada and the America division, meeting here. They will play a back-to-back tomorrow night. They will be in Toronto. So these two teams with a little quick back-to-back against one another. Svensson retreats all the way back into his own zone. Now we'll get it up to Long. Fourth line out here for for Toronto. Flipped in to Ketovich on it. Ketovich looking to get it up ice. He will to Lackinen. Lackinen gets it sticked away, and now Long will have it. Give it over to Thibault, and Thibault will enter the zone. Over to Medved. Medved skating in. Thibault denied there. Oh, and Medved was lurking there. If he could have just picked up that rebound, he had a wide open cage. Kovalenko gets hit. He's slow to get up. Medved up to Cousins. Cousins will flip in. Puck comes all the way back to Ketovich, and he'll go on the attack. Ketovich gets it sticked away. Oh, and it's going to be a penalty. Is that on Marshall for... Oh, no, it's Allard. Excuse me. So Lane Allard going to be guilty of a trip there. Well, now Detroit will head to the power play. Face-off won by Detroit. Kaba. Shot doesn't get through. Puck is loose there. Helm was on his backhand, so he flips it back. Kaba shot goes wide. Warren in front. Can't connect there. It looked like he was trying to set up Jay Ward. Unable to connect, though. Detroit now entering the zone. Toivonen tries to feed it back, and it's intercepted by Bowman. Olsen will get it all the way out. Just over a minute left here on the power play for Detroit. We'll get it up ice to Ward. Ward goes for a skate. He'll continue. Into the middle. Oh, and denied there. What a save there by Daniil Scotts on Dayton Helm. Puck is kicked behind the Toronto cage, and now Bowman will get it up to Olsen. Olsen will be able to clear there. 30 seconds left here on the power play for Detroit as Allard awaits his return. Sticked away there. Toivonen, oh, had a B on. Couldn't tell who that was, if it's Helm. Cut into the net, but it was picked off there. Now just 12 seconds left. Toivonen up ice to Kaba. Kaba will lead the rush to the defenseman. Now sticked over to Toivonen. Power play is over, and Toivonen's going to be guilty. So just as the power play had ended, Toronto now will go on to the power play as Kristi Toivonen guilty of a trip there. Face off now, Kawaguchi against Ristolainen, and it's one. And a slap shot there from Thibault from the point, and it was gloved by Yutkin. So good opportunity right off the draw for Toronto. Face off again, this time coming to the right of Yutkin. One again by Toronto. Tried to feed it down low, and it was picked off there and sent all the way down. So Toronto will retreat halfway through this first period here in Detroit on our primetime weekday game of the week. Jeremiah Arvidsson, gloved by Yutkin. He was denied there. Face-off won by Detroit, and Ovaskadachenko unable to clear there. So it's in the skates of Arvidsson there in the corner. We'll continue to battle. Arvidsson now frees it up to Jeremiah, and he's blasted there in the slot. Ovaskadachenko will go off the glass and out. Toronto now on the attack. Jeremiah over to Kawaguchi. To Arvidsson, denied by Yutkin. Couldn't slide it past the netminder. So they'll go to the second unit here, just over a minute gone on the power play here. Face-off won by Detroit, and they'll clear. So far, both teams with unsuccessful power plays, and it looks like Toronto right now, this one's going to be unsuccessful as well. It's just 30 seconds left, and they now enter the zone. Sticked away. Puck glides to the corner. They'll battle there. It's picked up by Ostergaard. Ostergaard to the point. One-timer, and it's denied there. Kaba able to get it out for a clear, and that will just about do it for the power play for Toronto. Olsen to Marshall. Now to Ostergaard. Ostergaard gets it sticked away, and that'll end the power play right there. Marshall with a chance. Kicked away by Utkin, and the rebound was available, but unable to be picked up by Toronto there. Toivonen will clear the zone. 7:37 left here in the first period, scoreless between the two top teams on our primetime weekday game of the week. Game one of a doubleheader for both these teams as they will meet tomorrow night in Toronto at the RBC Center for a game as well. Markov with a shot, and it just goes wide. Tebow up, able to clear it up to Long, and Long will continue to skate. He'll go to the near boards to Costa. Costa tried to glide in and was sticked away. Toivonen on it. Toivonen loses the puck. Puck will glide into the Detroit zone. Carolina will joust there with Costa. They'll continue, and Carolina able to get it free. Markov now with it. Ilya Markov gets bumped there, and it's going to be a trip. Couldn't see the number. It is Brent Cousins that's going to be guilty of the trip there. Face off now. Marshall against Thornburg here. Thornburg able to win it away, but it's taken up by Toronto. Allard shorthanded. We got a 2-on-2 here, and he's bumped off the puck by Lackinen. Good takeaway there by Mats Lackinen. Thornburg now up ice. Thornburg across the blue line, gets it sticked away. Now Bowman will have it. He'll get it up to Marshall. Marshall will flip it out. 30 seconds gone here on the power play. Detroit in the neutral zone. They'll enter the zone with Lackinen. He'll go to the far boards to Thornburg. Oh, and he turns it over. Lane Allard with a good takeaway there. 5 minutes left here in the first period. Still scoreless between these two powerhouses. Thornburg across the red line turns it over. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Puck sent back into the neutral zone, and now Lackinen will carry. That's Lackinen. Feeds it behind the cage. Hits actually off the side of the net. And will be picked up by Toronto, and Marshall will clear. 36 seconds left here on the power play. Detroit now enters the zone with Thornburg. Thornburg had a chance, and it's sticked away by Bowman. Allard will get that clear. So another successful clear by Toronto. 15 seconds left from killing off this penalty. Sticked away from Lackinen. Puck is loose, and Johansson will pick it up, and he will clear that. So that'll do it for the Detroit power play here. Unable to get much of anything going. So we are back to 5-on-5. Kovalenko kicked out. Oh, and a good save there by Scottson. Good by Bowman to come in and swoop that rebound away as it was available. Kawaguchi now from Jeremiah. Kawaguchi to the middle. Oh, and a good glove stop by Utkin. Looked like Victor Kawaguchi had a great opportunity there. Face off now coming Martelli against Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi able to win it back, and Johansson gets obliterated, and we will have a go here. Looks like Olsen against Ignatov. So Johannes Johansson, he's still down. Unable to get up to his skates to get to the bench. He just writhing on the ground at the moment. And Ignatov actually buries Olsen into Johansson. So we have two Royals laying there. So Ignatov with a big hit on Johannes Johansson. And Johansson looks like he's going to head to the dressing room with the injury there. Kawaguchi against Martelli, still 5-on-5 play here. 2:55 left here in the first. Kawaguchi kicks it back to Bo, to Alexanderson. Alexanderson down low. And it's Arvidsson now playing up with Olsen headed to the box for that fight. Alexanderson now. A retreat. Get it over to Jeremiah, to Kawaguchi. Oh, on the backhand, and he couldn't get it past Utkin. Kawaguchi in the corner. He's hammered there. Puck is loose in the corner. Still loose. Now Kovalenko able to clear it for Detroit. They come 3 aside here. In front, and it's denied. Puck is loose, and Costa will pick it up. Kick save there by Scotts, and now Costa gets it up to Alexanderson. Gets it up to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi enters the zone. Gets to the middle. And Kawaguchi with a shot. They score! Oh, they're going to say no goal. I kind of wondered if that looked like it might have been kicked in. Or are they saying goalie interference? I'm not sure. I'll be intrigued to see if there's any review out of this. Nope. So must have been goalie interference. Saying Costa ran into Utkin, not allowing him to come up with the save there. So Detroit will win the draw in the neutral zone, and they'll flip in. Under a minute now left here in the first. Alexanderson carries it up ice to Costa. Costa had the goal just moments ago that was disallowed. Ostergaard loses it there. Voskatchenko with it. Under 30 seconds left here in the first. Sticked away. Kaba picks it up. Dayton Helm skates to the outside. Tries to feed it to the middle. Deflected all the way through. A battle in the corner. Alexanderson and Fetisov. Thibault now gets it up ice to Ostergaard, and that will do it for the first period here from the Motor City Sportsplex in Detroit. We are scoreless between these two top teams. Both teams' defense coming to play, and the goaltending coming to play so far this evening. So we'll take our first intermission and rejoin you for the start of the second period right after this. All right, welcome back. We are at the Motor City Sportsplex here in Detroit, Michigan. It's the two top teams in the league, the Toronto Royals, in town to face the Detroit Trappers. We are off and running with the second period. 4 total power plays in the first period, but no goals. So much credit to the defense and to the goaltending so far here tonight, as we find ourselves scoreless between two of the higher scoring teams in the league. Kawaguchi now will bring it in across the red line. He's hammered there. Puck is sent up. Kaba sticked away. To the front. Ristolainen. Shot is denied there. Not sure if it got on net or if it was kicked out by Scotts. One-timer. That one's denied by Scotts. Ristolainen to Laakkonen. Good pressure here from Detroit. And it's turned over. Jeremiah to Kawaguchi. They'll try to get it out. Unable to. Now Kovalenko. Oh, he's belted off the puck. Alexanderson will have it. He'll get it up to Jeremiah to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi sticked away for a second, and Kovalenko will pick it up. He'll be chased by Kawaguchi to the corner. They'll dig it out in the corner, and Laakkonen will have it. Mats Laakkonen up ice to Ristolainen. Ristolainen in the corner. Able to dive through. Oh, and the one-timer goes wide. I believe that was Toivonen fresh onto the ice. Puck is loose there in the corner. Toivonen tries to skate it free. And it's Toivonen now on the backhand. Carolina to Lackinen. Can't get the shot through, and now Tebow will have it. Tebow goes cross ice to Costa to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson gets it up to Ostergaard. Ostergaard, shot denied there. Fetisov battles forward in the corner. He'll go up high to Bowman. Now to Costa. Costa to the middle, unable. Ostergaard puts it wide. And now Costa behind the cage. Oh, tried to set up Ostergaard, and he was unable to. Kusti Toivonen to the blue line to Caroline, and the defenseman tried to feed it across, and Bowman intercepted. Darren Long now looking to enter the zone. It gets sticked away. Benny Brock gets it up to Thornburg. Thornburg hammered off the puck. Toivonen now, he'll score! So the icebreaker comes here, almost 5 minutes into the second period, and it will be Kusti Toivonen with the goal here. So Detroit with the opening goal here, 15:07 in the second. Now fourth line out here for Toronto. Long to Medved, and it's kicked out by Utkin. Medved up high to Bowman. They'll feed it down low. Medved now long. Oh, and he had a great opportunity. It was kicked out. And then another stop by Utkin. So good pressure from this fourth line from Toronto. Unable to get anything past Osip Utkin though. Puck comes on net to Utkin. He'll just keep play going. He'll get it to Jacobson. Jacobson up to Horn. Horn to the red line. Turns it over at the blue line, and it'll be Marshall that'll pick it up. He'll flip in. Kedovich with it. He'll look to get it up ice. He'll get it to Markov. Markov to the blue line. Now enters the red line. Enters the zone. Flips it across ice, and it goes wide of the cage on the deflection. Alexanderson up to Allard. Allard sticked away at the blue line. Gets it in just onside. We'll flip it in deep. Puck comes all the way through. And it'll go over to Markov on the far boards. Now Jacobson with it. They'll advance it up ice. Horn loses it there to stay in the Toronto zone though. Puck is sent down into the corner. Horn will kick away with it. Horn now to the front of the cage. Can't stuff it past Scotts. And now Tebow will skate it up ice. Get it to Arvidsson. Arvidsson across the blue line. Arvidsson stops, so he tried a little snake through move, and he was unable to get it by the defenseman there. Couldn't tell who the defenseman for Detroit was there. Olsen now carrying in. He gets the shot blocked all the way to the boards. Coy to Martelli. Oh, and it's kicked out by Scotts. What a good save there. Alexanderson now will get it up to Kawaguchi to Allard. Allard continues to carry. He'll try to feed it down low to Olsen, and it was picked off by Carolina. He'll go advance up by Stignadov, who gets it poked away. Kawaguchi now on it, being chased by Martelli. Able to skate away from Martelli and get it to Jeremiah. CC Jeremiah on the attack. Gets the red line and flips in. Puck comes all the way through. Olsen, the first one on it. Olsen up high to Kawaguchi, now to Bowman, to Jeremiah. Kawaguchi in the slot gets it back to Bowman, to Jeremiah. Sticked away, Kawaguchi on it. Bowman goes down low to Olsen. Olsen kicked out Kawaguchi with the rebound. So it'll be Victor Kawaguchi with the rebound there on the Olsen shot. Utkin just tried to kick it out, and Kawaguchi able to bury it past the Detroit netminder there. We are back to center ice, ready to go with the faceoff. Faceoff will be won by Toronto. Ostergaard now on the attack. Puck kicked up the boards, hammered there. Now it'll come down low to Costa. Costa on the backhand, can't get anything through. Thornburg gets hit to the boards. They'll battle there. It'll come free to Detroit. 8.5 left here in the second. 1-1 between these two powerhouses, Detroit and Toronto. Sigurdsson with the takeaway. Try to advance up ice. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Now Toivonen will have it. Toivonen loses it there. Fetisov gets it up ice to Ostergaard. Ostergaard on the attack. Ostergaard pauses, and then Thornburg gets the turnover. Yevgeny Kovalenko over to Thornburg. Thornburg on the attack. He'll get it over to Lackinen. Lackinen back to Thornburg. To Kovalenko, and it's kicked out there. Puck is loose. And now they score. So the puck was loose, just kind of kept bouncing around, and Detroit, quickly after the Kawaguchi goal, I believe it's Mats Lackinen, it is, that gets the goal here. Again, the puck just kind of kept seeming to bouncing around, and Scots didn't really know where it was, and I don't think Toronto's defense knew exactly either. And it ends up in the back of their net. Penalty going to come up here on Toronto once it's finally touched up by the Royals. Stills loose, and now Kaba has it. Now it'll be touched up there by Long, and that'll get the penalty call. See what it was. It was a trip to Darren Long. So an easy call there. Tripping Martelli along the sides there, near that Detroit bench. So now face off to the left of Scots, excuse me. Detroit already with a 1-goal lead. See if they can extend it and double their lead to a 3-1 lead for the end of the period. Puck is loose behind Utkin. They'll continue to battle for it. And now Toivonen able to skate free with it. He'll get it up to Ward. To Helm. Helm across the blue line. Tries to get it through to Toivonen, and it was picked off by Olsen. Good defensive play there by Leif Olsen. Toivonen in. Puck comes just wide of Scott's. He'll poke it behind his own cage. And now Ward with the shot, and it goes off the side of the cage. Detroit with great pressure here through the first minute of this power play. And now it's a penalty on Detroit. A trip. I didn't quite see anything, but Dayton Helm's going to go. So he did get the stick in, but I'm not sure how exactly that could have tripped. Going through 4 other bodies to get there, but either way, Kawaguchi now up against Lackinen, the 2 most recent goal scorers for each team. And Lackinen able to win the draw, and now Detroit in the neutral zone to Thornburg. Thornburg puts on the brakes, gets it to the trailer Brock, and now Jacobson. Down low to Lackinen. Lackinen across to Brock, and the shot is denied there. Was deflected on its way in. Now Bowman on the attack. He'll get it to Jeremiah. Jeremiah loses the puck there to Lackinen. Jeremiah and Lackinen will battle. Jeremiah over to Kawaguchi on the backhand. He's denied by Utkin. Great backhand opportunity. And now Long fresh out of the box. It's a power play now for Toronto. One-timer. It scores! So it skips home. It looks like it's going to be Darren Long. That's going to get credit for the power play goal to make this now a 2-2 game. No, it was a one-timer from the point by Thibault. Must have been tipped by Jeremiah on the way in, as they're giving Jeremiah an assist on the play. And then Long able to be the last one to touch it home for Toronto. So 2-2, 4 minutes left here in the second. Oh, and another penalty for Detroit. Yevgeny Kovalenko going to be guilty of the trip there. So now another power play here for Toronto. Costa will go up against Markov in the dot, and Costa able to win it back. Marshall tried to feed it across and was intercepted. Ostergaard now to Marshall. Marshall feeds it back. One-timer, and it goes wide, and it will carry him all the way out of the zone. So a 2-2 game here. Toronto now on the attack with Marshall. 30 seconds gone on the Kovalenko minor. Over to Costa. Oh, tried to do a little tic-tac-toe play, and it was denied there. Obuskatchenko with a great defensive play. Marshall now with it behind the cage. Ostergaard at too steep an angle. Tries to go up high, and it's picked off by Markov, and will be sent all the way down. 3 minutes left here in the second. We've alternated goals here in the second after being scoreless through one. We've gone Detroit, Toronto, Detroit, Toronto. Now behind the cage. In front, Ostergaard gets it over to Marshall. Marshall can't get the shot through. Costa had it for a second, then was bumped off the puck. 34 seconds left here on the power play. Svensson with it. Advances up ice, and now it'll be Bowman on it. Vincent Bowman carries, gets it over to Kawaguchi to Jeremiah. Jeremiah on the backhand, can't get a shot away. Now it comes on net. Marshall with it. Still with it. Tried to go across to Kawaguchi and was intercepted. That'll be flipped out, and that'll do it for the power play there for Toronto. So unsuccessful there. Under 2 minutes now left here in the second. Kawaguchi with it. Long in the near boards, near the benches, turns it over. Dayton Helm, fresh out of the box. Dayton Helm, kicked out by Scottson. No hold right there. Excuse me, it was Kovalenko. Helm had the earlier penalty. Bo now with it, gets it up to Alexanderson, over to Jeremiah. Jeremiah will flip in. Puck comes all the way through to Kedovich, will have it. He'll get it up to Thornburg. Thornburg sticked away. And now Toivonen with it. Toivonen to Thornburg. He's in. And the shot doesn't get through. Kawaguchi now with it to the red line. He'll just dump in. Puck comes all the way through. It'll be Jacobson with it. Jacobson being watched there by Olsen. He'll get it up ice to Helm. 20 seconds left here in the second period. All knotted up at 2. This great primetime weekday game of the week matchup. Jeremiah will flip in. Kawaguchi the first one there. Kawaguchi on the backhand. He scores. What a play by Victor Kawaguchi. Just great speed to get to that puck first in the corner. And then dig it out from the corner. Get to the backhand and buries it past Utkin. To end the second period right there as the horn will sound. So we head to the third period with a 3-2 lead for Toronto. 3 goals coming here in the second period, and that Kawaguchi backhand right there. The goal that has given them the lead. So we'll take our second intermission and we'll rejoin you from the Motor City Sportsplex for period 3 of this great primetime weekday game of the week matchup right after this. All right, folks, welcome back. I am Les Talk with you here in the Motor City Sportsplex for the period 3 between the Trappers and the Royals here. Ready for the opening draw of the third period. Toronto enters the period with a 3-2 lead on the Victor Kawaguchi goal with about 4 seconds left in the period. Kawaguchi looking for a hat trick here tonight. Oh, and hammered there. Great hit by Alexanderson. Johannes Johansson has not returned Lionel Tebow and Alexander Sigurdsson have had to fill in a little bit more role on the defensive side of things. See if that hurts Toronto down the stretch if their defensemen are at all tired. Headed here into the last 20 minutes. Puck will be turned over there. Kovalenko up to Lehkonen to Ristolainen. Ristolainen trying to carry through. He'll feed it back to Ovaskatchenko. He scores! So just like that, Detroit gets things all knotted back up. As it will be Ovaskatchenko on the goal there. Under 2 minutes into the third period, and we are knotted up back at 3. Kicked back there, Ovaskatchenko. He'll go cross ice to Kaba to Helm. Helm gets bumped off the puck. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. They'll enter in. Thornburg, he gets hammered there. Helm trying to carry through. Toivonen denied there. Puck is behind the cage. Helm in front to Thornburg. Can't get a shot through. Helm, he scores! So just like that, poor defensive play from Toronto. As it will be Dayton Helm. Is able to net that one past Daniil Scotts. Not sure exactly what Daniil Scotts is doing there in net. Just out of position, trying to poke check the puck instead of just playing his position. Allard will have it in the corner from Ovaskatchenko. He gets a hit. And now Jay Ward up to Markov. So just like that, Detroit now with the lead here in the third period. Ward back to Kaba. Kaba flips it back to Horn. Horn will go in deep to Ward. They'll battle for it there. Puck will come free. It'll be Tebow. Lionel Tebow. To Arvidsson. Arvidsson tried to get a pass down low to Allard, and it was denied by Ovaskatchenko. Horn to Ward. Ward belted off the puck by Alexanderson. Tebow with the puck in the corner. He'll feed it up to Allard. Marshall over to Alexanderson. Alexanderson to Arvidsson. Arvidsson sticked off the puck there by Kaba. Markov now to Ovaskatchenko. Ovaskatchenko up to Ward. Loses it in the neutral zone. And Horn. It's a huge hit delivered. Bowman now on it. Bowman to Fetisov. Fetisov will flip in. Puck comes all the way through to the other side to Ovaskatchenko. Puck is then kicked away to the near corner, where Ristolainen will have it. Ristolainen now in the zone. Gets bumped off the puck. And Bowman will skate onto it for Toronto. Will advance to Costa. Costa will get the red line and in. And it will actually go up and out of play. So we'll go back into the neutral zone for a face-off here. .14:20 left here in the third. Detroit with a 4-3 lead on 2 quick third period goals by Ovaskatchenko and Helm. So Helm now takes the lead in goals at 15. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. Apologies. Whew. I usually try to hold those in. I couldn't hold that one back. Victor Kawaguchi also with his 2 goals here tonight now is now tied with Dayton Helm for the goal lead in the PIHANA. Now, we just put out our league leaders through the first month yesterday. Hope you enjoyed that. Surprising to see a few of those names on there. Guy who wasn't up there for most of the season, Barney Simonson, coming on late for Edmonton. Not late, it's still the first month of the season, but late in the month for Edmonton, taking the lead with the assists so far this season. He's had a great season in Edmonton. That top line, honestly, for Edmonton has been one of the more analytically well-structured lines. Ostergaard, he had an opportunity but couldn't turn. 12 minutes now remaining here in the third. Kawaguchi behind the cage, tried to get it out in front and was deflected. Puck is loose and Brock will take it. Brock enters the zone, gets it sticked away. It'll be Tebow on it. Lionel Tebow loses the puck. It'll come on net to Scotts and he'll just hold there. Kawaguchi now against Helm, and Kawaguchi wins it back. Olsen up to Svensson. Gets it up to Jeremiah. Jeremiah gets hammered on the puck there near the penalty boxes. Puck is dug out by Svensson. He'll get it up ice to Olsen. Olsen, he'll get hammered there, and the puck will come all the way down into the Toronto zone. It's a race for it, and Thornburg with that speed, able to beat everyone to it. And then he'll turn over the puck. Olsen now. Olsen will skate all the way to the corner. He'll be able to get free into the front. Can't get that pass through, looking for Jeremiah. Jeremiah gets bumped off the puck. Now Martelli with it. He'll get it up to Carolinen, who gets it to Coy. Coy across the blue line. He'll continue to carry halfway through this third period. 4-3 lead for the Trappers here. Kicked out there. Scott's then another stop on Martelli that time. Olsen now gets it stick to side. Puck is still loose. Now Detroit will be able to skate away with it. He'll turn it over though to Olsen. Olsen goes cross ice to Svensson to Marshall. Oh, and a glove save, and it'll go up and over the glass there. So with the standings here, Detroit currently sits in the top position, being trailed by both Minnesota and New York, who played last night. New York coming away with a big win over the Norse to overtake that second place spot. So they are 3 points ahead of New York. So they're a regulation win ahead of them. Toronto up 6 points on both Calgary and Montreal. So they're 2 regulation wins ahead of those two teams. Puck is loose in that crease, and Utkin decides to just keep the play going, and Cabo will have it now. Under 8 minutes left here in the third. Puck is loose, and Thibault will take it. Now Marshall. Cade Marshall in. Oh, and a good stick check there by Ovaskadachenko. Puck is loose. Markov now with it. He'll get it up ice to Ward. Detroit on the attack with Horn. Approaching 7 minutes now. Markov will get it to the center to Horn. Shot denied there by Scottson. He'll hold right there. And we will have a fight here right in that slot area. So it's Markov against Svensson. And a win there for Markov. So he hammers Svensson to the ice. Svensson a little woozy getting up there. Locking in against Fetisov. Still 5-on-5 here shot. Flipped all the way to the corner. And now Bowman will have it for Toronto. They'll look to skate up ice. Bowman gets it up to Ostergaard. Ostergaard to Costa. Costa tries to carry through, and it's sticked away. Puck is loose in the corner. And now Kovalenko will have it for Detroit. 6 minutes now here in the third. Kovalenko will just flip in deep, and it'll go high off the glass and come down on the other side. Bowman up to Fetisov. Fetisov to the red line. Can't get it deep. Still in the neutral zone. Costa then tries to enter, and he's hammered at the blue line. Puck comes out of the zone. They'll flip back to the middle with Bowman. Bowman now will look to skate up ice. He'll get it to Fetisov, over to Costa. Costa enters the zone. Costa gets it sticked away. Lackinen gets hammered there. Ostergaard then cross ice to Sigurdsson. Over to Costa. Costa tries to get to the middle. He's bumped off the puck. Then Ristolainen will take it away. 4.5 left here. Ristolainen continues. Ristolainen with a chance. Lackinen down low, and it's denied by Scots. Puck will hop all the way out of the zone on the deflection there. Kawaguchi will get the red line and in. Kovalenko up to Helm. Helm across the blue line. Shot deflected wide. Toivonen now down low. He's denied by Scots, and he'll glove right there. 3:27 left here in the third. Tatum Helm currently with the game winner. And the league leading goal for Detroit early here in the third period. Toronto has not had much offense here in the third period. See if they can get something going here with this top line out there. Jeremiah over to Olsen. Olsen, shot doesn't get through. Over to Skadachenko. That top defensive unit out there now for Detroit, trying to just hold things down. Helm with an opportunity. They'll get it over to Kaba. Kicked out. Puck is picked up by Kawaguchi. He'll go on a skate. 2.5 minutes now. Kawaguchi will get the red line and flip in. Kaba, the first one over there. He's watched by Olsen. He'll get it up ice to Thornburg. Thornburg continues the skate. He'll stop up, get it to Kaba with a slap shot. It goes off the post. It actually dinged off both irons. So hit off that left post and went straight across to the right post. and was stayed out. So now under 2 minutes left, they'll go to their second unit here, Marshall. And now the third line out for Detroit with Horn. Marshall able to win it. Alexanderson now will skate up ice. He'll get it up to Arvidsson. Arvidsson gets it sticked away. Nadov to Coy. Coy tries to flip it in deep. Tebow will come to it. He'll be pressed to the boards there by Thornburg. Kicks it up the boards. Puck is loose and Arvidsson will have it. Walter Arvidsson with an opportunity. Puts on the brakes. Puck is loose there. Arvidsson now. Oh, and a good poke check there by Utkin. Horn gets hammered there at the boards. Coy now will battle there. And now Roman Horn able to get it. Under a minute now. Left here in the third. Toronto in desperate need of a goal here to get it equalized. Horn then gets it sticked away. It'll stay out of the zone and they'll come in offside. So 39.6 is what we have left here in the third. Detroit, 2 third period goals early in the first 2.5 minutes to give them the lead. And they've carried that lead the entire way through this third, as Toronto has not had much offense here in the third. And there goes Scots. Olsen over to Kawaguchi. Oh, it kicked out by Utkin. Kawaguchi to the front to Jeremiah. Shot gets blocked to the corner. Thornburg, first one on it. Now Helm. Helm with a chance. He's hammered there right at the Detroit bench. Comes into the Detroit zone. It's loose. Olsen now to Cousins. Cousins does not denied there by Utkin. Cousins now with the puck. We'll get it over to Olsen. Olsen to Kawaguchi. Puck is loose and they're unable to get a shot on net. Helm will just flip in and that should just about do it. With 6 seconds, that clock quickly ticking down on Toronto. Turned over there. Helm. The goal will not count. So that is a no goal for Dayton Helm, but it is a win for the Detroit Trappers. So they get the Primetime Weekday Game of the Week win here at home against Toronto. A comeback effort. Trailed 3-2 entering the third, scored 2 goals right away in the third period and walk away with a win here tonight in a powerhouse matchup between 2 great teams. So enjoy these highlights. We'll take a quick break and be back with you for our post-game stats and information right after this. All right, folks, thank you for joining us here for our post-game stats and information. We are here in the Motor City Sportsplex here in Detroit, Michigan, as the Detroit Trappers come away with a home victory over the Toronto Royals here tonight. A 4-3 win here at home. Take a look at the team stats in front of you. Very evenly played game. Total shots go in favor of Toronto 26-25. Hits go in favor of Toronto 34-33. Face-offs, though, starkly in favor of Toronto 23-15. Power plays, Toronto with 1 of their 4. They were able to connect on. Detroit 0 of 3 on the power play and no shorthanded goals to either side. Then we take a peek at the individual stats. Stuart Thornburg with 3 assists here tonight. A +2 as well on the score sheet. Matt's lacking in a goal and an assist. And then our single point getters, we have Ovaskatachenko, Helm, and Toivonen with goals, and then assists to Brock and Rustalainen. So no points for Kaba, Horn, Jacobson, Ward, Markov, Kovalenko. Bit of a surprise there. Kovalenko, nothing. Tekevich, Coy, Ignatov, Carolinen, and Martelli, all without points here tonight. Our shots leaders, again, not a ton of shots, so it's going to be pretty evenly dispersed. Helm and Kovalenko with 4, Thornburg and Toivonen with 3, and then a few more with 2. Our hits leaders, Ovaskatachenko with 9, Carolinen 5, Brock 4, and then Toivonen and Lackinen with 3 as well. And then the goaltending, big when they needed him. An 885 is nothing to scoff at, but Osip Utkin did not give up a goal in that third period. Again, I don't think Toronto did great trying to put pressure on him, but it doesn't matter. He came up with the saves when he needed to, especially late. So a good game from Osip Utkin to get the win here today. We'll take a peek then at Toronto with Kawaguchi and Jeremiah, 2 points, 2 goals for Kawaguchi, 2 assists for Jeremiah, and then single point getters. We have a goal from Long, and then assists from Bowman, Alexanderson, Tebow, and Olsen. That means no points for Johansson, who did not play much with the injury here in the first period. Marshall, who's been on a bit of a streak now of no points. We'll see if he can get that turned around tomorrow night as these teams face off once again. Fetisov, Arvidsson, Svensson, Medved, Cousins, Allard, Ostergaard, Sigurdsson, and Costa without points here tonight. shots. Kawaguchi with 7, Marshall with 5, Long with 3. Bit of a surprise there from the fourth liner. And then a few more with 2. And then our hits leaders, 5 to Alexanderson, 5 to Bowman. And then Marshall, Jeremiah, and Olsen all with 4 as well. Oops. And then the goaltending, sorry. The goaltending, Daniil Scott's again, another bit of a, like, we needed something. I mean, we saw, I had turned my mic off, so you didn't hear my thoughts, but Daniil Scott's on that fourth goal to Helm. He waits and waits and waits for the puck, and it's sitting right in front of him. And then the second he goes to poke check is when Helm has already picked it up. Didn't really understand that method. I don't know why he doesn't just try to jump on it. He left so much open net there, and I guess maybe that's the thing, is either poke check right away or just don't do anything and play the puck knowing it's probably going to move from your right to your left, but he waits and then poke checks, and that's when Helm picks it up and is able to bury it with wide open cage behind him. So Daniil Scott's another bit of a frustrating start, as he had the lead going into the third period and gave up 2, in my estimation, would be weak ones. And I know the Helm one, it was a wide open cage, but it was because of a play he made. That Ovaskatchenko one should be one he stops. That's coming from far out. It didn't look like he was screened. And yeah, Ovaskatchenko, and maybe that's just a goal scorer's goal there, because he did put a low blocker on him and was denied there. So we'll take a peek at some of the goals here. I should just quit talking about it and show you some of the goals, right? See what we can show from the first. Oh yeah, there were no goals in the first. Second period. So the Toivonen goal, the icebreaker here tonight. Toivonen with it there and just buries it past Scott's. Who is the defender? Can't quite tell from where I'm. Yeah, but just not able to get a stick on the puck there. The long one I do want to see as well. So it's sent back to the point, slap shot. Did Long. I want to watch. Okay, so it did actually hop too long and he put it through. I wasn't sure exactly how it ended up on Long's stick, but you can see it from that last highlight. It was deflected by Jeremiah, hopped down into the blue paint, and Darren Long able to poke it past for the power play goal. And Victor Kawaguchi, this is a tremendous play as it's rimmed all the way around. He beats, I can't tell who that defender is, but he beats him to the puck, beats him back to the goal line, and then a little backhand flip to beat Utkin as he went for the poke check as well. So 2 poke checks that caused to be detrimental to these Russian goaltenders, Utkin and Scott's here tonight. Luckily for Utkin, does not cost them the game. Here's the Helm goal. So puck is just loose there, and then it just either jump on it or just continue to play. But that's what cost them the game right there. And then the Ovaskatchenko goal, I kind of want to see. Yeah, so he just beats Scott's low blocker. Yeah, that's one I think he would even agree he needs to come up with. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from Detroit. Again, a 4-3 win for the Trappers. They will meet again tomorrow night in Toronto. So good back-to-back game for these two. We have one more game coming up tonight. We'll have some late night hockey in Edmonton as the Chicago Lakers head into Edmonton to take on the Dinos. So thank you so much for joining us, folks. I am Les Talk. We will see you in Edmonton coming up next.